Do we all see that?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so the staff last night got together and did a run through of this. So we've practiced, and it is somewhat different than our typical annual reviews. And we're going to be passing around the role of Master of Ceremonies, but by virtue of I answered first, I'm going to kick things off and welcome everyone this evening to our annual ceremonial review in virtual 2021 fashion, wrapping up our 2020-2021 training year, and say that these awards are traditionally presented at the annual ceremonial review parade and at the graduation dinner. So these awards are typical of what we would do over the course of the year. However, we've had to apply some changes due to the COVID and pandemic situation. There are just some things we haven't done in the last year that we could not settle on who could get an award because we haven't done that activity. So there have been those changes addressed in this, but we wanted to try to address as many cadets as we could and their efforts over the course of the year. Come next slide, please. So again, the program for this evening, we'll be covering a summary of the year in review. We'll move on to attendance awards, then our regular squadron awards. We'll be reflecting on our cadets who have retired over the past year. Then we will speak to those cadets who have completed their levels, and then wrap up with the typical closing remarks of the speeches that would typically be done. And next. And now I have to get caught up on my own computer because I'm running separate as well. So as everyone knows, regardless of your connection to the cadet program and the squadron, this has been a challenging and dynamic year. We've had many unknowns for both our cadets, the staff, and the parents as we've moved through the course of the training year, be it with the program, be it with school and family situations, but also around our concerns and fears around COVID and the pandemic. So we've had to balance our fears and still continue to offer the core of the cadet program in this new virtual environment, which hasn't been considered for the cadet program before. And it's not something that I think most of the staff who have been around would have ever thought would work in a virtual environment. The program, for those that do have the experience with it, is a very hands-on, very participative program. What we've learned this year is we've Zoomed, we've Google Classroom, we've Jamboarded, Pear Decked, and we've Kahooted. All things that we collectively had little or no exposure to before. We've managed the mute button, camera settings, and as everyone knows, our weekly screen login names. Have to adjust those. I believe that through that adversity, we've delivered a successful training program to enable the squadron to continue to deliver to our cadets, and that was recognized with our headquarters visit earlier this year. And next. Our virtual parade deck or parade square was filled with a mix of faces, blank screens, reactions, and our on-screen aliases. It's always interesting when someone's screen freezes, you see whatever position their camera last caught and showed whatever was going on in the house at the time. Our chat boxes carried instructions and information pertinent to the evening's activities. However, unfortunately, we have cadets that have never enjoyed the full cadet experience, and others who all too well know what they've missed out on over the past year. Oh, you're getting good, sir. We have had some wins from the virtual training, and it's offered some advantages that we wouldn't have had before. We've had access to guest speakers who couldn't normally be able to visit in person. We've had British military, Air Canada pilot, and the local airport manager join us, among others. And not just speak to a group of cadets, but the whole of the squadron. We were able to have a unit from Central area, just outside of Toronto, join our flying scholarship classes, something that wouldn't have been possible had we had to commute or they commute back and forth on Sundays. All in all, we've effectively learned new technology, which has enabled us to maintain our social connections albeit at a distance. We moved our music program to virtual this year. It was a slow move, but overall it was successful. We've been able to rebuild the band after many of our senior members have moved on. Those new cadets who have joined and made this a success have gained fundamental skills and knowledge that will enable a successful return to in-person training when that resumes in hopefully the fall of 2021. And don't quote me on that. We're just all being optimistic. So there was also some changes for the staff this year in how the program was presented. They still, orders from the formation commander was that we still deliver on the major concepts of the program, that we still have cadets do the teaching. This program is based on those senior cadets doing the teaching and the staff enabling and coaching and mentoring so that can happen. They offered us max flexibility with a focus on fun while still building that generation of young cadet skills in aviation, citizenship, leadership, and the familiarity with the Canadian Forces, all of which I believe we've been successful with over the past year. Yeah. So for 67 years, our cadet program was an in-person friendship building engine. We brought challenge and opportunity to the young people in Cambridge. We have on these slides pictures of what things we did in pre-COVID and things that we will return to. That is assured. Next, please. For many of our cadets, this is very foreign to them, and they've not had these opportunities. And we look forward to resuming recruiting next year and bringing in new cadets so that more youth can have the opportunities that many of you are familiar with and have missed out on over the past year. Now I'm going to turn it over to CI Horton to speak to the attendance awards.
Good evening, everyone. It's one of the joys as the administration officer to look after the attendance awards for the squadron. These are presented each year. Cadets are encouraged to attend all mandatory training, with those cadets who reach significant participation being the recipients of the attendance award. These awards are cumulative, so the first page is cadets who've achieved 1 year of what we call perfect attendance or the attendance award. So this will go to Sergeant Ali, LAC Campbell, LAC DeJesus, Corporal Fitzgerald, Corporal Graveline, LAC Quack, LAC Lees, Corporal Nake, Flight Corporal Nakarada, AC Patel J, AC Patel M, Flight Corporal Patel Ronik, Flight Sergeant Sharma, Sergeant Toms, and Corporal Vallejo Pineda. Congratulations on 1 year's perfect attendance. The next group of cadets have now done 2 years of perfect attendance. So this is Corporal Kirakosian, Sergeant Perfect, Flight Corporal Perfect, Warrant Officer Retired Sharma, Sergeant Stott, Flight Corporal Zerba, and Corporal Taylor. Congratulations to you. This is a good achievement. The list's getting a lot smaller. We're into rarefied air. Only 3 cadets have had, won the attendance award for 3 years. Flight Corporal Medimos Luna, Flight Sergeant Royce, and Sergeant Telewak. Congratulations to you. This is a wonderful achievement. Four years perfect attendance. Again, only 3 cadets. Sergeant Horton, WO1 Cote, and Sergeant McClellan. Excellent job. Five years perfect attendance. 5 years. Warrant Officer 2 Small should be very proud of what he's done. Great work. We don't present the 7-year attendance award very often, and we don't actually have anyone who won the 6-year award. But this year, the 7th year attendance award is to Warrant Officer Retired Horton. Congratulations. The Squadron Awards are given out each year based on selections done by the staff. Sometimes they're the subject matter expert staff, like the band instructors, and sometimes like the CO's award is just selected by the CO. These are traditionally presented at the annual review and the graduation dinner. There were some awards, as the major spoke about, that we chose not to give out this year. The Top Shot, the Spartacus Award, Fitness and Sports, but many other awards we felt cadets did show aptitude for, and we'll be announcing those winners next. I'd like to call forward Captain Legg, the recruit officer.
Thank you, CI Horton. So our goal as 296 staff are to guide the next generation of young Canadian leaders on a successful path to adulthood. All of that hard work starts in level 1 of the Air Cadet program. You had an interesting year. I'm very proud of the participation and engagement demonstrated by all the level 1s this year. Generally, we have 2 recipients of the Coppel Shield Top Recruit Award, one for the September intake and one for the January intake. This year, things have been a little bit different, so we had to modify some of the criteria slightly because I also had trouble choosing only 2 of you. So we have 3 recipients this year. The following 3 cadets have demonstrated the characteristics of deserving of the Coppel Shield Top Recruit. First being LAC Campbell, Aaron Campbell, for fantastic attendance, both for mandatory and extracurricular activities within 296 Squadron. As part of the pipe and drum band, effective speaking team, where she placed in the top 10 for regionals. LAC Kavya Ragu, for her engagement in regular training nights, asking great questions and providing depth into discussions during lessons regularly. And finally, LAC Benjamin Lees, for regular participation on regular training nights, a positive attitude, and for his participation in the 296 Squadron Pipe and Drum Band. Please help me in congratulating the 3 award recipients. Well done. The next award will be presented by CI Roy.
You're on mute.
At least I think it's presented by CI Roy.
There you go.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
This year, I will be presenting the Delarosbil Trophy. This award has been donated by the family of former 296 Commanding Officer Captain Delarosbil. This award is presented to the cadet who shows the greatest dedication to the unit through their commitment and contribution. This is open to all cadets except the squadron cadet commander. This year's award is presented to Warrant Second Class Matthew Horton. Congratulations.
Well done.
The next award we have will be presented by C.A. Horton.
The Majored Bain Trophy is open to corporals and flight corporals who have demonstrated the strongest practical leadership. Normally, this would be done in the field. This would be done in the woods on the parade square. We've had to rely on some extracurricular online events to select this winner, but we believe they are truly worthy of this plaque. And the Major Bain Trophy goes to Flight Corporal Alexander Zerba. Well done this year. We were very proud of what you did, helping organize some events, and good job. The next award will be presented by Captain King.
Thank you. The Astra Award. It's been a challenge for every cadet to step up to the plate and become wonderful instructors. Sorry, let me start that over again. It's been a challenge for us to have instructors capable of instructing in a very challenging online manner. This has thrown even the best of us for a loop. So what we did is we took a look at all of the lessons that cadets were teaching, and we had to evaluate. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at this. Let's just move on then. What we did is we'll just say this. It's going to go to Flight Sergeant Lillian Royce. I'm sorry. Congratulations.
They didn't change that picture. The following award will be presented by myself, CI Larman. Mary Penny Award is presented to the cadet who during the current training year has demonstrated the greatest improvement in the qualities and attributes expected of a cadet. It's very hard to do that this year. We're all over Zoom. We didn't get to see them out in the field. We didn't get to see them actually on the parade square. So this award is being presented to Flight Sergeant Sharma. Congratulations. The next award will be presented by Lieutenant Oz.
Thank you, CI Larman. Just getting it going here. The Westwood Award. It is awarded to the cadet who most actively promoted morale and esprit de corps. And as we know, morale and esprit de corps is what binds us as a family. So with no further ado, the award goes to Sergeant Grant Goodfellow. Well done. Congratulations. And the next award will be presented by our band officer, CI Finley.
Thank you, Lieutenant Oz. This is the Instructor's Award. It is presented to the cadet who shows the greatest effort in assisting the learning of fellow musicians. I've had the pleasure of being the band officer for 2 years and instructing prior to that. This means I get to watch cadets not only flourish in music, but also get to watch incredible self-growth, friendships being formed, and an appreciation for teamwork and discipline in music. I've had the incredible opportunity to work with this young gentleman for quite a few years now, and after deliberation with all of the instructors, we agreed that it was going to go to Warrant Officer Second Class Matthew Horton. So congratulations, well earned. The next award will be presented by C.I. Wilson.
When cadets get involved in community service, they not only help others and develop empathy and realize how their actions can have a positive impact. They also gain new skills necessary for the job market, such as leadership, communication skills, dependability, time management, and decision-making. Congratulations to this year's recipient of the Wilson Community Service Award, Flight Sergeant Timur Awan. Congratulations. The following award will be presented by C.I. Larmond.
Eric Delong Trophy is what we're presenting tonight. Presented to the top musician in the 296 Pipe and Drum Band. Again, as C.I. Finley had pointed out, it was a difficult year to actually select a person or a candidate for this due to the fact that we did run the program virtually. We weren't in person. You didn't get to see how they interacted with others, but through all our parenting skills, our skills of instructing, this award is now going to Warrant Officer Second Class Retired Matthew Horton. Congratulations. Is he online tonight? I didn't see him there.
Yes, sir, I'm present.
Okay, there you go. And the next award will be presented by C.I. O'Connor.
Almost forgot to unmute. Okay, the award for the gliding scholarship class, the David Norwood Trophy, is awarded for strictly academic performance. Unlike what you see in the movies, pilots don't necessarily need split-second reflexes and all that sort of thing, but they need to be able to think clearly and effectively. And so the David Norwood is based on academic performance, and our recipient for this year is Sergeant Goodfellow. And
The final award tonight will be presented by Major Mitchell, the unit commanding officer.
All right, thank you. So the Commanding Officer's Award is presented to the cadet who has best demonstrated over this past year practical leadership. And this award this year goes to Flight Sergeant Lillian Royce. She's had her lesson plans done on time, early, taken on additional lessons, provides great instruction and great engagement with the squadron on all the platforms that we have used this year. So congratulations, Flight Sergeant Royce. Well earned.
And a big congratulations to all our award winners.
So I'm just going to follow up on that. Per normal, we are still getting the trophies and plaques engraved once the places open back up. They are still closed, being non-essential. So we will have the trophies and plaques available. The keeper plaques will be completed, and once we are able to return to an in-person training, we will present those formally, and we'll see what that looks like, but they will be provided to you. So it's not just a virtual award in this virtual year. It will be supported with some hardware afterwards. And then I think I have the next one as well. So especially difficult over the past, I say year, but definitely it's been more than that, are those cadets who have been engaged in the cadet program over the years and have had to finish their time in the program in this pandemic situation. So they've still completed all the work that was required. They've completed the level 5 program, the training, and are considered to then have completed their cadet training and thus reach a status of retired. We often see them stay on as senior instructor cadets in that capacity, and hopefully we'll see some back as instructors and giving back to the program and possibly guiding and leading other cadets in the future. So again, we would normally allow them, because again, some of you haven't seen a retirement, we would normally allow them to have a few words with the squadron, a going away speech as you were. A tradition at the squadron here is to have the pipe major lead them off or pipe them off the parade square. For most cadets, this is a profound and emotional moment. And over the course of the last year, we'd like to recognize the following cadets until such time as we can properly say goodbye in person. And there has been orders issued that cadets can come back and wear their uniform for one final time. So we do hope to see Warrant Officer First Class Stott back, Flight Sergeant Malloy back, who did leave to join the reserves, Warrant Officer Second Class Sharma, who did retire this year, complete the program to pursue post-secondary. And most recently, Warrant Officer Second Class Horton, who the rare bird, if you will, of just aging out and having retired. So he's been a long hauler. Well done, Warrant. Captain King?
Sorry. The training year is a demanding one. There's a lot to be learned for all the levels. We've asked our first years to just get used to the squadron and what squadron life is like. Unfortunately, we didn't have the camaraderie of performing drills together, but they have flourished nonetheless. And as we progress through the levels, we're asking them level 2s and 3s to learn about instruction and leadership, and then level 4 and 5 actually exercise that leadership. We went through a lot this year. I think more than some squadrons, we were very successful in presenting a complete and comprehensive training program. So for all the levels, I want to say congratulations. But we also want to recognize those cadets who actually have passed their levels. So can we move on to the next slide? For the level ones, thank you very much for being part of this year. You have missed out on a number of things. However, I appreciate your dedication to the unit. And next year, hopefully, when we return to in-person training, if that's permitted, you will receive a lot more than what you've had so far this year. For those level ones who have graduated, let's recognize them now. LAC Amir.
Captain King, I can take it from here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So for level ones completing, LAC Amir, LAC Atsenua, LAC Awan, LAC Campbell J, LAC DeJesus, AC Hodge, AC Colesmith, AC Crete, LAC Guac, LAC Lees, LAC Mitchell, AC Patel, LAC Quinn, and LAC Regu. Congratulations to all of you successfully completing level 1. You will start in level 2 next year. Next slide, please. So the following 3 cadets have advanced on our fast tracking program as they are a little older. They did join the program a bit older. So the following cadets will be beginning level 3 next year. LAC Campbell, LAC Parks, and AC Patel. And that's all I have. The next list will be led by CI Pipe Finley. Sorry.
So the level 2s moving on, who will be wearing a level 3, moving on to level 3 in September 2021, will be Corporal Fitzgerald, Corporal Graveline, Corporal Nake, Corporal Noonan, Corporal Cavadin, Corporal Perfect, Corporal Puvan, Corporal Raza, Corporal Ross, Corporal Senthil Kumar, Corporal Taylor, and Corporal Zing. Congratulations.
I guess I'll speak to the level. Oh,
I've got it, ma'am.
Okay.
Subbing in for CI Droog. Congratulations to those who've completed level 3. Those are Flight Corporal Atsuna, Flight Corporal Awan Tarim, Flight Corporal Chamberlain D, Flight Corporal Escobar Echeverria, Flight Corporal Hodge, Corporal Kirakosian, Flight Corporal Krebs, Flight Corporal Madamanos Luna, Flight Corporal Nakarada, Flight Corporal Wanta, Flight Corporal Patel Rahil, Flight Corporal Patel Ronak, and Flight Corporal Sarva. Congratulations to all of you.
Level 4.
Mr. O'Connor, I believe.
Okay. Congratulations to the level 4s. We didn't have anybody held back or have incomplete work. And level 4s where your air cadet career starts to take a turn, where you go from being a follower to a leader. So next year you'll be in level 5 and you'll be the ones on top, making decisions and doing all the leadership functions that you had to follow just a little while ago. So our completed level 4s, Sergeant Ali, Sergeant Awan, Sergeant Fortuna, Sergeant Goodfellow, Sergeant Horton, Sergeant Hyde, Sergeant McLennan, Sergeant McDonald, Sergeant McDougall, Sergeant Mitchell, Sergeant Perfect, Sergeant Stott, Sergeant Telewak, and Sergeant Toms. Congratulations to all of you.
The following cadets will continue level 5 next year. Level 5 is a 2-year program, and due to COVID, there has been a few things that we have not been able to attain. And since these cadets will be carrying on with us in September, we will try to finish in September. Flight Sergeant Awan, W01 Kote, Flight Sergeant Parmar, Flight Sergeant Royce, Flight Sergeant Sharma, and W02 Small.
And at this point, we'll move on to our closing remarks. I would call upon Ms. Taryn Finley to speak on behalf of our sponsoring committee.
Thank you, Major Mitchell. Congratulations, 296 City of Cambridge Squadron on a successful completion of another training year. You have risen to the challenges of the past 15 months and shown what the cadet movement is all about. Effective speaking, music instruction, flying scholarship, and a slew of interesting speakers made the virtual environment not only successful, but engaging. I would be remiss if I did not mention the staff of 296 Squadron who worked tirelessly to deliver the curriculum in a way that met the requirements of the program, but also kept cadets engaged. It has been an honor to work with these dedicated individuals. In the words of C.S. Lewis, hardships often prepare ordinary people for extraordinary destiny. Have a great summer.
Thank you, Ms. Finley. Warrant Officer Cote, would you like to have a few words?
Sure, thank you, sir. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to you all and say that this is how I want my last annual to be. I really wish more than anything that we could all be in a flight side by side and hearing the pipes and drums in person. Nonetheless, at 296, we always make the best out of what we have, and that's what we as a squadron has been doing all year. So with that, I just want to say thank you to everyone for working so hard for making this online year a successful one. To level 1s and 2s specifically, you all adapted so well to online learning within cadets, and I know I say this for all the level 5s, you were all such a pleasure to teach this year. Always paying attention and having so many questions, being so eager to not only learn, but also to attend the Zoom every week, so thank you. To level 3s and 4s, I can see that you guys have so much potential in all of you, and I'm very excited to see what you can do for us in the next half year that I have the pleasure of seeing you. I know you guys had a really rough year, as you know what you were trying or missing during the program, but even with that, you were all so amazing to teach, trying to learn more and still make the most out of a rough situation. To level 5s, I want to say the biggest thank you to you all. This year would not have gone near as smooth as it did without all of you. You've all been so flexible with teaching schedules, whether it be a change to a week later or 3, and every single one of you took an extra class and took time out of your busy schedules to make sure the younger cadets had the best learning experience possible. I could go on and on about how thankful I am for all of you this year, but I think I'm just going to leave it at that. And then finally, thank you to the officers for making this year work so well and adapting with all of us with so much patience to create the best possible training year throughout a pandemic. Everybody at Sierra had such an amazing attitude throughout everything, and it really helped everyone stay motivated and pay attention and work so hard throughout the year. And I can't wait to see you all, hopefully in person in the fall.
Thank you, Warrant Officer Cote.
Sir, can I interject for one brief moment?
Why not? We're fluid.
Warrant Cote, what's wrong with this picture?
It's not iced.
Exactly. It's empty and it's not iced. Carry on.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to thank our guests for joining us this evening from the Legion, but also the parents. Those parents that have actually brought their youth to us this year, despite these challenging times and not the way we would normally deliver a program. We're still glad that you've had the faith in the squadron, but also in the program to get your children started and moving forward with the program. And there is much more that this program offers than what we've done so far. So stay tuned for more things coming in the coming year. I wanted to start off and thank the Squadron Sponsoring Committee, core group who I've been seeing on the monthly meetings, Taryn and Jody, Karsten, the rest. Your commitment to managing the fundraising challenges, managing the bank account when we've had to really change how we do things. And your dedication to the program has enabled us as staff to focus on what we need to do, which is not the financials of the squadron and keeping, you know, the place running, but still to continue driving the program in these challenging times. To the staff, your unwavering dedication in the face of the adversity the pandemic has brought with new and at times seemingly constant changing orders, change of plans, change of training requirements, change of names for who's going to train that week. And the usual that I've applied is oftentimes changing the schedule on you, you know, with weeks notice, just so we can do something that has popped up. We've been able to effectively manage technological changes in addition to our mute buttons on most occasions. We fundamentally maintained the core tenets of the program on a Wednesday night through this virtual environment. We've been able to develop in youth good citizenship, leadership, and interest in the military, as well as wellness, both physical and mentally, which now more than ever has been important with ourselves and our cadets. And lastly, I'd like to speak to the cadets. And really, I'd like to break this down into two groups. We have our pre-COVID cadets and our post-COVID cadets. To our pre-COVID cadets, you've had a challenging year in that you know what you have lost. Missing the regular parade nights, field training, and all the other activities that that took place. You've still stuck it out and pivoted and adapted, and well done to you for that. To those cadets who have joined post-COVID, you've shown blind faith in the program and the squadron. Some of you have never been in uniform, you've never done drill, and not experienced the true being of a cadet. Next year will bring new challenges for both groups. Those cadets who are going to become senior cadets, while having transitioned while virtual, are going to have challenges of being in person, and that in-person leadership will be required for you to continue to excel in the program. For those cadets who are post-COVID cadets, you are going to have to learn how to shine boots, how to do drill, and how to sit in a class and learn how to be a cadet. And we all look forward to that. So until that time comes, I hope everyone continues to stay safe, enjoy each other as we can, as best we can in a virtual environment until such things allow us to meet face to face and enjoy our camaraderie then. Until such time as we can do all that and enjoy the squadron for what it is, I bid adieu on my last annual. And just as Warrant Officer Cote, you said, not the way you want to go out, but it's the way it's going to be. I believe we have one more. Sarah Horton?
I got hit by the mute button. This is a recruiting reminder that we will be taking new cadets in September. It will be later in September. We'll be publishing a great deal of information on social media, on this website, on everywhere possible, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all over, making ads on Google. You'll be tired of them by the time you're there. But it will allow us to bring more cadets into the squadron, which will give you more opportunity to lead. We need those new bodies. We need those new faces to come in and see the challenges and opportunities that are available to them. So again, stay tuned in February. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your cousins, let them know that polishing boots and not just faces on a screen is what we're looking forward to in the future. I think there's one more slide.
Man, I didn't manage my mute button. We're not officially done until next week. So I get to pass the torch to Captain Leg's most capable hands. So next week we'll have the same parade, the same link to the team. It will be and not to say this wasn't a short evening, but when you don't have to march forward and get the award each time and take photos, do a right dress, march on and off a couple times, and then advance in review order, all that fun stuff that takes a whole day to do. Annual is very quick. So next week's change of command parade will be probably even a little quicker. We're now looking at some ways that we can at least do some in-person, maybe photos and signing, and then be able to share that with the squadron at some point, if not before, but after. So we will use the same meeting invite. It will be next week. And I know at least 2 of us will be there in uniform. So until then, I have no COs closing Kahoot tonight.
Perfect. I just, did we have one more recruitment slide or not? We didn't, right?
No, we did not.
No,
No?
that was it.
I just wanted to say something quick on the recruiting, if we don't mind. So, I mean, some of the older cadets will probably hear the officers say that you, the cadets, are the best recruiters we have. So please just reach out to your friends if they are intrigued or interested in the program, even if they want to just try it out to see how it is or what we do. There's going to be there's a lot of opportunity in the coming years, I think. I know the cadet program and the staff in general at 296 are really going to, try to make up for what some of you missed out on in the last year and a half. So there's going to be a huge focus on, enriched training and opportunities that way. Hopefully we can get back to all the overnight, like FTX survival weekends, all the parades, Santa Claus Remembrance, all the sports we've got that we do, and just fun stuff too, like rock climbing, bowling, Wonderland. Like this squadron does so much. So I know you hear it a lot from the officers, but we're really, really looking forward to doing all the exciting stuff. So please, the more the merrier, get the word out. CI Horton does a fantastic job of a social media presence, best I've seen. So, but he can only do so much. So really just reach out to your friends and have them join our family at 296. Thanks, sir.
And I'll just jump on because I can still on the CO. It's not just the cadets that have missed the activities.
True. Very true.
Yes. So that is it. That is annual done in a nutshell. Congratulations to all our award winners. Very well earned in these challenging times. So congratulations for those of you in your level completion awards. When you start next year, remember what you last signed on with, because you will be +1 for that next year. Hopefully you'll just have to go to the right classroom, not put it on a screen. The program, I can say, having spoken with headquarters today, is still looking at what that return will be. They're continuing to follow local public health and national guidance on that. But there is a strong belief that we will be returning to some in-person training, if not full in-person training at some point next year. Everyone knows that we need to get back to seeing people. So with that, c'est fini.
See you all next week.
Have a great evening.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us.